Alright guys, so today I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I have a bunch of things I need to do to the Corolla, as in just some maintenance stuff. I gotta change the oil, and I gotta get all this brake dust off of these wheels, so I'm gonna give the car a good cleaning. So let's hop into that. Alright, so let's give this car a good cold start. It's probably been over a week since I last started it. I do have to say, for a stock exhaust, this car actually sounds pretty good. I mean, it has a very deep tone to it, and with it being a 3-cylinder engine, I think for being such a small engine, it has a deep, good exhaust. But I definitely do plan on upgrading that sooner or later. I don't know what you guys would recommend. I would like to get a valved exhaust, so that way I can change how loud or quiet it is. But I don't know, let me know down below what you think exhaust would be perfect for this car. Alright, so typically I would bring my car in the garage to change the oil, but I have this thing just stuck here for now. I'm literally still waiting on parts that are on back order. It is driving me crazy because I am this close of getting the 6-speed swap done on this, but in the meantime, gotta maintain this car. So we're just gonna jack this up, drain the oil, and put in a new oil filter, as well as some new oil. So I know a lot of people change the oil and everything like that to like OW or 5W20. I don't know. I know some people change the weight to the oil and stuff like that, but I just am gonna stick with exactly what the car recommends. Right now, the car is at 9,152 miles. This is going to be the third oil change. The previous owner did one at about 1,000 for the break-in oil change. I did one at about 4,500, and now I'm going to do another one at 9,152. So let's grab the jack and get this jacked up. Alright, so I got the car jacked up, got it on jack stands. I do have to say, this car is not the easiest to jack up, because if you're trying to jack up both front wheels, the subframe is so far back. I mean, it matches with a little bit behind the actual front wheels. So you have to pretty much push your jack all the way under there. And there's like a center bolt that I pretty much line up with, and then I jack it. But obviously having a lift, you wouldn't have to worry about this. But let's hop under, drain the oil, and then top it off with some new stuff. Alright, so if you own a GR Corolla, you will know there's a splash shield, all 10 millimeters. Alright, so hopefully I don't make a mess since I'm on my driveway. Alright, the oil doesn't look terrible. It is a little dark, but it's about 4,500 miles or so, give or take, maybe a little less than that. But I can still see through it. Make sure I put on a new gasket. With these filters being sideways, you can't really pre-fill them a lot, but I usually try to fill them maybe about halfway or so, and then not make a mess like I just did. Alright, so I got this, like I said, maybe about half full, so that way I can still tilt it a little bit and not spill oil all over the place. Let's go throw this back in the car, and then we'll top the oil on. And I believe this car takes about 4.5 quarts, give or take. Alright, so there's some dirt in here, but that was just because of the wind blowing. But I don't see any metal anywhere in here, so I'd say this engine is wearing pretty good for what it is. So for the third oil change, it's looking good. Comment down below, how many times have you changed the oil in your GR Corolla and how often you do it? Because some people, I know the factory says 5,000. Are you guys going to stretch it out to the 5,000? Or are you guys going to do like 2,500, 3,500? But I'm going to try to stay around the 3,500, 4,000 mile range when I do mine every time. Just as preventative caution maintenance. I mean, these are fairly new engines, but since they're high pressure, like boosted engines, I just think changing the oil, especially going through the turbo, makes a big difference. So those turbos probably run very hot in the back, so keeping the oil fresh in them is going to always help preserve them as well as the rest of the engine. So now that we got this, I'm gonna go on a little test drive, make sure everything's good, double check the oil level, and then we gotta fix this. Do you guys own a GR Corolla? If you do, you guys know exactly what that is. Brake dust on these things is horrendous, and you're constantly, you can wash your car and then literally like 25, 30 miles later, your wheels are already starting to look like that with brake dust on them. I mean, this is probably 2 weeks of driving, and it's not even like that much driving, maybe 300, 400 miles. So definitely not a lot, but it definitely kicks on super much. So let's start cleaning these wheels and getting the rest of the car cleaned up. All right, so hopping in the car. I do have to reset the maintenance light. Let me figure out how to do that real quick. I always reset my trip every single time I do this. So this was I guess this was 4,500 mile oil change. I should have did it a little bit sooner, but I'll reset that again. So now it's at 0. All right, so let's just go take this car for a quick drive, make sure everything looks good, and then double check the oil. Alright, so just got back from the drive with the GR Corolla. Everything's good. Just double check the oil on a flat surface. And it was near the top dot of the dipstick. So now let's give this car a good clean, especially those wheels. Need to get that brake dust off. So let's hop onto this. Alright, so pretty much what I do with my wheels, just give them a good pressure washing, and then I spray them down with some wheel cleaner. This stuff from GR Garage seems to be pretty good. and then I just give it a good scrub with one of these brushes. Alright, now that we got the wheels pretty much looking flawless, I mean, the barrels could probably be cleaned a little bit more, but this is just a normal wash. I'm not trying to detail this car, but just trying to get it looking decent. The brake dust looks a million times better, so now it's just slap on some foam and give this car a quick wipe down and dry. Alright, so probably about a good 30 minutes later, got all the wheels clean, got the car foamed, and I gave it a good hand wash with a mitt. So now the car is pretty clean, so now it's just time to take a nice big drying towel and dry this car off, and this car will look brand new again. It's nice because this car is ceramic coated. I did it with Avalon King, and it's holding up pretty good. I mean, I only did it like maybe 3,000 miles ago, but the water pretty much just beads off of it. So I did the wheels too. I mean, I don't know, the brake dust still sticks to the wheels really good, but maybe they just need another coating or something. But the brake dust, I don't think I can get away with it on these wheels. All right, the car's completely dry and it looks really good. So this is pretty much the routine maintenance I kind of do on the car. Obviously the oil change is a must, and try to make this engine last as long as possible, but cleaning wise, this is kind of what I do probably on a monthly basis, just to keep this car's paint and wheels and everything in a really good condition. So like I was saying before, ceramic coated the car to protect it, and potentially adding PPF to it. I don't know what you guys would think, but PPF might be something I might do for the hood and bumper and potentially the wide body portion of the Corolla. So spending about an hour washing it and then about 30 minutes to an hour doing the oil change, this is well worth maintaining a car like this. So pretty much with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.